Casting time. Today, we have a 2v2 match on a map made by a member of our community. At this point, I'm sure that YuNo doesn't need many more introduction. He is a professional Command & Conquer player, and he's leveled up incredibly quickly in Universe at War. Let's take a quick look at the map before we start looking at the teams in the build. So it's quite resource rich. There's about 600k, and there's a lot of good instance. There's a really nice train track going all the way around here. And the visuals are just beautiful. There's a brilliant little villagey, homey little area. And it's overall just a really good looking map. Good instance for hierarchy, good money for Novus, and good building space with a lot of maneuverability. This is what you want to see from a good map. A couple of the street lamps are misplaced by the looks of it. That's a bit of map editing jank. We'll have to mention that at some point. And we're seeing Warbringer declaring full aggro already. Interesting. So we have a laser turret here, materials factory here, another laser turret. So the capturables definitely lean towards bottom left. Maybe the top side has more money to compensate? Not sure. Bottom left seems to get the much better end of the capturables though. So, now that we've seen the beautiful, beautiful spectacle that is this map, let's talk about our teams. We have YuNo as the yellow Masari. We have Upple Knight as the pink Masari. We have orange Novus as our Warbringer. And finally, green hierarchy is Tim. You're going to see a bit of communication talking about instance on this map. This map was very carefully curated in terms of instance. Hierarchy will certainly get rolling. We see triple matter engine coming out of Upple Knight. And we see double matter engine skirmisher portal coming out of YuNo. Upple Knight has been favouring the skirmisher portal into Machina build recently, but he's changing his style a little bit here to go for the extra matter engine for a bit more eco. Warbringer's going for what looks to be the standard Mirabelle rush, and Tim is going for standard Quad Reaper start. Moving around for instance, very nice. Lots of places to hide glyphs, lots of places to hide Reapers. So Reaper drone harassment is going to be very difficult. We are going to see another matter engine come out of YuNo. So we're not seeing any Sky Sari yet, although we don't know what the build is. You can certainly afford a casual skirmisher portal on a map with capturables. Tim's glyph carver is in his teammate's base. YuNo and Tim are on the team here, which is a very standard play. Obviously, we know this. We've seen it many a time. We know that the Reaper drone gets dropped here, Masari defends it, and the money is sucked up when Masari isn't using it. Creates a bit more building space for Masari as well. We see the Machina coming down for YuNo, so it's going to be standard Dark Sari. And Upple Knight is full eco boosting. Very interesting. He might even be hero rushing. Upple Knight's been trying a lot of strange strats lately. We see the Mirabelle coming out for Warbringer. And it's going to be interesting. This is Hierarchy Masari against Novus Masari. So we've seen this matchup a bunch of times. We know that most likely the Hierarchy is going to get harassed down. We see the Skirmisher portal. So it's going to be a standard Dark Masari from Upple Knight by the looks of it. We have the forward matter engine coming out. This build layout looks a bit strange, even though there's no Mirabelle on the other team, but this is anti-Dark Conqueror. Dark Conqueror Architect Crushing is a strategy in the mirror, and it can be very effective. We see the defensive Walker coming down from Tim. So early aggression on Masari is common, and the defensive Walker both is quite safe to put down, and it will of course defend his teammate from that aggression. Vehicle assembly coming out for Warbringer now. Mirabelle hits the board. Tim is dropping his detection drone early. And from Upple Knight, we still don't see a Machina. Oh, it's just come out. And we have Dark Karos coming in. He rages immediately to get out onto the map quicker. This is interesting. So it's going to be on cooldown, but in exchange, he will be where he needs to be a bit faster. And it seems like it's going to be aggro on the Masari base, which is very questionable when Figments are in the game. Especially since, as a melee hero, Karos can't move and shoot, which means that he's very likely to get crippled by Figments. You can just respond to him doing an attack animation and Figment him. Mirabelle is out and harassing Reaper drones. This is standard and expected. And Tim is not microing, and that Reaper drone just loses 60% health like that. Damn, Missile Barrage is so powerful. We need to see a cell for optimal play, but we're not going to see it. It's a dead Reaper. We've seen no Figments out yet from Up All Night. And there's the first Figment mine. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Karos against Figments, man. We should be seeing the snipe coming down. Chain stun with another Figment. Is this Dark 2 already? This is Dark 2 already. The Figment mine was just too early, and he's going to tornado all the Architects now. Snipe comes down. Rage. Rage. Oh no, Dark Figment of his own to cancel the snipe. Even better. And now all these Architects are just... Oh, he missed the chain stun, and he's going to get punished for it. This isn't actual base damage, but this is delaying the Architect boosting. And that means YuNo's going to be behind in terms of production. The problem with this is you've got a hero that's better in Dark mode, and you've had to spec Light for it. Tim's defensive walker is a production walker. It's a phase tank walker with a couple of weapon accelerators. We really need to see this walker come forward a little bit to protect his teammate. On Warbringer's side, he's already expanding up towards the laser turret, so I expect to see that captured soon, either by himself or by his teammate to cover his base. This is a very good strategy. Go up to the laser turret, capture it, and you get a very powerful defender for your important base. We see Figment Wars coming down, and Tim's phase tanks are coming in to deal with this Mirabelle. And I just realised I was calling for Mirabelle to snipe her own teammate. That's not really practical, is it? So we're seeing double hero aggression coming out. Time for Mercy is at an end, and he's stunned. Your entire spell has gone to waste. You're just stunned. At least Mirabelle can snipe from a mile away. Oh, nice snipe. Takes out phase tank. Look at this hero. Stun on the phase tanks, that's really nice. And Karos might live. Stuns a bunch of Figments, and the Figment Wars, my god. Rage? Must be on cooldown. There's the Rage, maybe. Where's the light mode switch? Oh, there's the stun. Okay, now he's dead. He got a lot of delay on YuNo, so there is that. Problem is, he's... Oh... Missile Barrage to hit some Figments, does a bit of something, but now Mirabelle's... Oh my god, these Figments are just winning the game. Tim's getting a lot of phase tanks to deal the damage, and we're seeing a beautiful 1-2 punch. Figment stun, phase tank damage. Figment stun, phase tank damage. Figment stun, phase tank damage. It's brilliant. Capturables are left uncontested still. And 2 heroes going down for Warbringer and Up All Night is... not a good start. Phase tanks, of course, shaft antimatters. We know how that goes. And we don't yet see another walker from Tim. We see a backup arrival site. That's a bit early for that, especially when this one isn't under threat. I don't agree with this. This could have been a walker very easily. We have a skirmish continuing. Antimatters versus Figments and phase tanks. Antimatters do well against Figments, but not against phase tanks. And Tim's phase tanks are going to trade incredibly efficiently. Up All Night has Knowledge Vault 2, and he's teching Knowledge Vault 3 now. On YuNo's side, we are just finishing Knowledge Vault 2. So Up All Night will have the earlier Peacebringers. We have the Oracle out from Up All Night, and no Oracle out from YuNo yet. Oh, YuNo has been operating on only 4 matter engines. Up All Night's been operating on 5, so Up All Night is going to be ahead because of this. He's actually upgrading the Oracle, so it will ping out Figments for him. That's really nice. We have Light Figment Harassment coming in. Up All Night's got some Figments in place, and tries to stun, but he's not Dark 2, because he teched Light for Karos. So, that's going to be rough. And an army of phase tanks comes in. We need to see some well-placed stuns to delay this. And nice split on the Figments. And it's not Dark 2. The mines just aren't that good. I mean, they're very good, but very hard to hit. And we need to see backup from Warbringer, and he's coming in. There's some antimatters. And this attack on Tim's base, it looks like he got the detection drone. And Tim is just mass migrating. So he's kind of accepted that this is going down. So the backup arrival site is now going to pay itself off. But being forced away from your base that early is a little bit awkward. Meanwhile, back up here, we see Phase Tanks focusing down the Knowledge Vault. If this Knowledge Vault goes down, it's game over. Up All Night will not be able to clamber his way back in before YuNo is rolling. And the Knowledge Vault, it's being healed. It's being healed. Is it enough? The antimatters come in to back him up. The light figments, the light burn, the Phase Tanks, the Architect healing, it's too much. Oh, they're just holding. They're just holding in there. I want to see a light mode switch to clear up these units quicker, because you're not benefiting from DMA anyway, and oh my word. That must have been down to like 7% at one point. Oh, Warbringer coming in with the clutch save, bailing his buddy out. Really nice. We've got more Phase Tanks coming in from Tim. Tech 3 Knowledge Vault is coming up for YuNo, and he has an upgraded Matter Engine. Up All Night is operating on baseline Matter Engine, so YuNo is now ahead in economy. And that'll be the end of that skirmish. We might see a counter push now coming out from the Novus Masari. And here's the thing, Novus Masari has Black Hole, and they're very capable of forcing the Hierarchy Masari into the corner. We see a Habitat Walker coming down from Tim. So are we going to see Radiation Lost Ones, perhaps? Tim has got Radiation on his Phase Tanks. Tim likes his Radiation build. If he's Quantum 3 Radiation 3, he can roll over Masari base. Give him half an inch and the Masari base will get rolled over because the Architects become slaves. Nice vent core. We need to see a phase to dodge. We don't see a phase to dodge the nuke, so more Phase Tanks are going down. And we see the first Peacebringer from Up All Night, followed by a second, and YuNo does not yet have any Peacebringers. And this might just be a death push. This Habitat Glyph should not go down. It should be killed. They might not see it yet, though. Spectrum Cycle is up on Novus to scout for Figments. Really nice. And the Masari Hierarchy doesn't have that luxury. They don't have the luxury of just seeing the opposing Figments. Nice Figments done. Hits a bunch of antimatter tanks, but suddenly the Peacebringer's going to come in. Avengers are even in on the fight, and this is smart. Avengers sponge hits. They sponge a significant amount of hits. And Tim just doesn't have much... Oh, he has got an economy, but it's all up north. The Naked Habwalker lands, and it is now spotted, so he's immediately going to lose a bunch of hard points and a bunch of health. We might even see Up All Night retreat Peacebringer Avengers in the Chaos and start rebuilding them. And we're just seeing an onslaught. Black Hole is up, and this means that this team needs to find it soon. They have an extra problem to deal with. Phase Tanks versus Peacebringers. Of course, Peacebringers win that, but they're not Dark 4 yet. YuNo has switched back to Dark Mode. He might be Dark 4. And we see Peacebringers coming out from YuNo as well, so they've kind of evened that little gap a bit. And this Knowledge Vault is now being targeted, and the shoe's on the other foot. Can Tim and YuNo defend this Knowledge Vault? It is Dark 4 from YuNo, so YuNo is ahead in tech. Habwalker comes up, and it's got Radiator Artillery. Quite effective against Masari, because they always have Avengers, and they will be turned into slaves. And again, much like Avengers, slaves tank hits. No one is microing such that their units never hit the slaves. Knowledge Vault is looking to be fine, unless the next vent... Oh, a Matter Engine blew up somewhere, and that blew up the whole base, and that's game over. There's the forfeit. Tim should forfeit momentarily. I didn't see the Matter Engine get blown up, but I guess there was just too much to repair. And that's not a clean win from our Masari and Novus. That was close. If they lose the Knowledge Vault up here, that's game over. That was on a knife's edge. Excellent game from both sides. Unfortunately for the Masari Hierarchy, the Novus Masari were able to have one good assault, set off that Matter Engine chain that had to be there because you have to counter Mirabel and also Dark Conquerors. Brilliant game. Brilliant map as well. That was absolutely beautiful. What a spectacle. Casting time. different game. Going to put it under the same series. We have, once again, a game on this beautiful map, and I am joined by a co-caster, Tim. Say hi, Tim.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to help Bogey with casting this game here.
Tim is on the opposite team to me, and he will be able to see the invis things I cannot, and that will be handy. So, we've already seen this map. I won't go over it too much again in so much detail. Our teams are Up All Night on the Pink Novus, and his teammate will be our Green Hierarchy Darky. We have our Orange Novus Warbringer teaming up with YuNo on his Yellow Masari. So, we have Novus Hierarchy against Novus Masari, and we know how Masari struggles dealing with both Novus and Hierarchy, but if they can get past the early game, then the Novus Masari will slowly start to turn the tide. We see Hyper Aggro coming out of YuNo, not YuNo, Up All Night here, and he's probably going to be attacking YuNo. This is a build that Up All Night has been working on. He's been working on a lot of builds lately, and he is going to swarm own bots, and it's up to YuNo to survive.
Yeah, and Darky's going for his 4 Reaper starts.
Yep, standard Reaper starting.
Yeah.
We should see an aggressive Walker at some point, and I think this is going to come down to Warbringer protecting YuNo from this own bot rush.
I can't see the teams. What are the teams again? It's Darky and...
It's Darky and Up All Night against YuNo and Warbringer.
Yeah, so it's top versus bottom.
Yes, it's a top versus bottom layout this time.
Alright.
Now, there's plenty of building space for Masari, but there's not many places to run away to. There's not going to be much whack-a-moling, so it's going to be very tricky for Masari to run away from assaults. And we see, oh my god, an army of own bots. We see an early laser turret captured for some map control, and we're probably going to see the materials factory siphoned away as well.
We can see like a Congo line of own bots.
Yeah, massive conga line. Scouting monolith from Darky is up. They're going to see if it's Sky Sari or not. This is something you have to do against Masari. And how's Warbringer's flow network looking, Tim?
It's looking, he has, how many? He has some pretty minor flow network right now.
Just getting it started. Darky's called out Dark Sari to his teammate, so they know to not expect air units at least this early. And this is so many own bots, bloody hell. And YuNo will lose a Disciple to this laser turret. Early loss, not a big deal, but it is a loss nonetheless. And Warbringer is also starting to swarm own bots. This is interesting. Warbringer wanted the laser turret, but... oh, he might get it actually with the double capture. Yeah, he's actually going to steal that away.
Darky's scouting YuNo with a monolith, and he's harassing the pattern there.
Yeah, being a bit annoying. We should see the casual Disciple out just to get rid of the monolith. And we've got own bot wars going on right now. Mirabelle's going to come out, and she's going to crush a dozen own bots if Up All Night doesn't do something useful with them.
Yeah. Can they explode on her? No, I don't.
They cannot target heroes, no. We see... oh, Up All Night's actually going to steal the enemy team's fuel pump. This is very interesting. Mirabelle is out, and now these own bots are short on time to get things done. Mirabelle has to be careful of the laser turret. Warbringer's recapturing it first, very smart. And yeah, that's 3 own bots dead already. And Up All Night's own bot rush just didn't do much, but he's always transitioning to Blade Troopers. And Darky's aggressive Assembly Walker is going to come down.
Next to his face, yeah.
This is interesting.
We will see what he's cooking up.
Yeah. I think it's going to be an Assault Walker. I don't expect to see a Production Walker here.
Yeah.
More own bot crushing. The Blade Trooper transition. If... oh, we see a Dark Mine come down in front of the Blade Trooper assembly, so they know Blade Troopers are coming out, so this Mirabelle is going to play very safely.
Now I see the pump there in there.
Yeah.
Up All Night kept that.
He stole it away, which is very nice. How many figments does YuNo have out on the board?
YuNo, that's... yeah, yellow, right?
Yeah, roughly.
He does have 2, I think.
Just the 2.
Yeah, and then a third one coming out.
Okay, and that is scouted by Darky, because this monolith is just being left there to see YuNo's entire base. No surprise is going to come to Team 1. Figments are trying to keep these Blade Troopers pinned down, such that they won't harass the Mirabelle. And it is a production walker, so it is a phase tank assault walker. It's kind of doing a bit of both. Virus comes down, and Up All Night is capturing the materials factory away. And I believe that works for all Novus units. I think they're all classed as vehicle/machinery. We see a big snipe. Is it going to be a multi-hardpoint snipe? It is not. But it snipes the phase tank pod, which was the important thing.
He did it.
Oh, and he got the Defiler pods. This production walker will not be producing. That's not what you want to see.
The only thing is he can produce saucers,
But Warbringer already has own bots in place to deal with that.
Oh yeah.
And this monolith is just still sitting there scouting the entirety of YuNo's base. It's surely worth a casual disciple to kill this. Surely.
I was gonna say, but he's still there.
Yeah. Nice sell on the glyph from Darky, recognizing that a Corruptor's coming up. And we see Corruptor moving to the Up All Night base here. This is interesting. Probably looking for flow conduits. And this production walker is getting shafted by these Corruptors. And what a smart call. Warbringer recognizing there's no anti-air. And Corruptors don't hit hard, but if they're not taking any damage, then they will add up. And the virus, of course, slows the walker as well. This is a brilliant choice from Warbringer.
It's fully infected now.
Oh, the detection drone pulse to clear it. Very nice. Very smart. That was really smart. But... oh, he's going to crush some money. That's actually pretty nice. Means Novus...
some Blade Troopers smashing up slicing up YuNo's architects.
Oh, well spotted, Tim. Really well spotted. Oh, that's a lot of architects dead. Ouch. And now this monolith is actually doing damage to the matter engine, and I think that YuNo's base is just crippled. Knowledge Vault 2's coming out, but to what end?
Yeah. How many matter engines do we have? 3? No, 4.
Yeah, he's operating on 5 matter engines, actually. He's got another one hidden in the lower right. So there's a lot of money, but you need to make things with that money. And now we see the architects boosting the skirmisher portal. I expect to see Seers coming out, but this matter engine needs to be healed.
Yeah, what's going to blow up?
Meanwhile, Mirabelle, trying to harass Hierarchy, walks into 3 phase tanks, and that is not going to fly. Mirabelle has to leave. She's strong, but phase tanks are bloody powerful units.
And the most powerful hierarchy unit.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. Saucers, you could argue, just because of their sheer utility. And we have Figments chasing Blade Troopers, so Up All Night is really trying to cripple YuNo hard here. Which means Warbringer is left unchecked. Warbringer is sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, he's not being touched.
Oh, nice Figment stuns. That's going to disable the clones for a while, but more architects are going to go down. Corruptor harassing the Hierarchy base. There's no anti-air. This is smart as well. Really nice. Casual Corruptors for good harassment. Up All Night's base is very well spread out. And Mirabelle is just in Up All Night's base. He's going to get the flow gen. Why is Up All Night not defending this? He's got a backup, but surely he should be beating Mirabelle up. Yeah. I think Up All Night's focusing on the attack.
No, he has one additional flow generator there.
Yeah, but YuNo just has no architects. And every Masari player knows that without architects, life sucks. We have a Mirabelle...
Darky's coming with a sneaky assembly walker.
Oh, well spotted. Yeah, that could be game over. And this matter engine is slowly being chipped down. We need to see repairs.
That thing needs to be repaired. Yeah, he's coming with architects.
Okay, architects coming in. Very nice. That will out-heal them. Why is this monolith not dead? This monolith must have done like 300% to this matter engine by now. Yeah. Little army of phase tanks coming in. Darky's saying, let's coordinate. And the laser turret that's been captured here has actually killed a few units. Right in the middle of the map... Oh, I can't ping it, that sucks. But the middle of the map laser turret from Up All Night has just picked off a few units here and there.
Another assembly walker from the Darky.
Oh, they want to end the game. They want to end the game.
Right now.
Yep. Mirabelle is getting hit by phase tanks. Excellent phase dodge. Wonderful play. And...
From the snipe? I didn't see that.
Missile barrage.
Missile barrage, yeah.
Oh, YuNo isn't Dark 2. He's not Dark 2. He's not been able to get it. And he's selling a matter engine?
Why?
He's just sold a full health matter engine.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Phase tanks in phase as well.
I don't get it. Why would you... That must have been a mistake. I think that was a misclick. Because there was no reason to sell that matter engine.
Ooh, Defiler production from Darky.
Oh, Warbringer's playing dirty. He's virusing Up All Night's base.
That was ugly sniped from Mirabelle there.
Really? I didn't even see that. Damn. That's gonna be rough. The Figments are trying to hold, and they will. But YuNo is just spending all of his economy on architects. He can't advance his knowledge vault. He has no infrastructure. He has no units. He needs to run architects to Warbringer's base and get some stuff there. Oh, and this laser turret is just killing off so many own bots because Warbringer's not microing. This laser turret has just done so much. We have an assault coming in on Up All Night's base, and this counter-assault could decide it, but Darky's got another production walker coming in. It's a Defiler walker. I like it. He's going to try and just deal with all the architects. And if Up All Night can hold and YuNo goes down, then that'll be game, and Warbringer will just concede.
And he has 3 Defilers up.
Yeah, and he's going to wait. He's going to get more. Meanwhile, Up All Night's base is in trouble. He's expanded very far to the west, so he could still rebuild. Warbringer's definitely playing a bit dirty with the virus. We should see some detection drone purges coming in to help his teammate from Darky.
That's his entire base being infected.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Disgusting. And now they're going to see these Defilers, and they're going to be like, oh, we have a problem.
There goes the command core. From Up All Night.
That's a big loss. So this attack from Darky has to work out now. Otherwise, the game is just going to slowly snowball towards Warbringer and YuNo. And the Figment stuns are very nice. But Defilers do a lot of damage to heroes.
Yeah, because they cover such a large area. The heroes are donkey.
Missile Barrage is not clean. Of course, it's easily duked. It's a very good ability, but you can move out the way.
Yeah, that arc turret up. There we go. Arc turret up.
Yeah, that's absolutely necessary with these Corruptors. The Corruptors are so smart from Warbringer, just harassing and dealing just that damage. The virus to slow, we need a detection drone purge to deal with this. And the Defilers just haven't been able to achieve much. They found it and responded. Nice detection drone purge. And Warbringer does not get the multi-hardpoint snipe.
Nope.
Oh, look on the left-hand side. We have Darky's other walker coming in to attack Warbringer's base, and there's nothing in position for this. It will be scouted by flow conduits.
Yeah, one offline flow conduit, yeah.
But it scouts it, and now they know. And now they have to defend on 2 fronts. Can they do it? YuNo got the extra Machina up. He's still operating on Knowledge Vault 2. Up All Night's base is being shafted, and Warbringer found the Constructors. This game could go either way. Up All Night has hackers and field inverters out now. And this is just a base race. But there's 3 bases being raced. What is going on?
Yeah, chaos.
Does Up All Night have any more Constructors? I think that's all he's got. He needs to flow them away or they're just dead. Vent core. And the barrier. The bubble! He can build safely. But Mirabelle's going to come in. And Missile Barrage does a lot of damage to shields. And Warbringer, knowing this, Missile Barrage, boom. That's most of that field inverter. And the Constructors go down. Up All Night can't rebuild. He cannot rebuild. What you see is what you get.
There's no Constructors left.
Yeah. We hear light mode switch from YuNo realizing that he needs to take out this assembly walker.
And the
But-
assembly walker's focusing on the citadel, which is not doing anything.
Yeah, that's not the building you want to focus. You need to micro it so it's killing off units. And it's bugged. They got the Figment stun bug, but it's fine. It fixes itself. And this assembly is still healthy. YuNo is rebuilding in Warbringer's base, but there's another walker and they... Oh my god. Up All Night has no power. He has no power.
Science walker coming down from Darky.
And Up All Night is dead. He had one constructor still, but it died.
Yeah, it died, yeah.
I am destined for greatness. Darky could still win this solo. This is still winnable. This is still very winnable. Ooh, big abduct! How many tanks were caught?
Maybe like 5? Maybe?
Oh, big abduct. And
4 or 5 of them.
these Reaper drones actually need to start beating up Mirabelle so that Kamal can be escaping. Reaper drones hurt Mirabelle. And excellent positioning from Kamal. Excellent positioning. Knowing that he takes more damage from Mirabelle than antimatter tanks.
Missile barrage. Boosh.
And the AoE from the explosions actually went through. That's crazy.
And now he's coming in with his Reaper drones.
But it's too late. Mirabelle's dead! If he plays it right, Mirabelle's dead. No, she's fine. Oh, Kamal is dead. But meanwhile, Darky wasn't microing the walker, it's just stood still. The walker just stood still, it's gonna crush the knowledge vault! Darky!
Come on. That's ancient knowledge. Come on, crush it. Do it.
No, he didn't. And that's a big missed opportunity. Left-hand side, he's getting a lot done with this assault walker.
Master Rangers.
What's Darky gonna do? Ah, if he'd crushed that knowledge vault, but I think that's gonna be game over.
Yeah,
I think...
that walker's dead, and there's one big boy walker in Warbringer's base.
And it will destroy most of Warbringer's base, but YuNo's just going to build back up by the time Warbringer is dead. Warbringer's now building in YuNo's base. And Darky will just get whack-a-mole to death. He's going to lose his eco, and that's going to be the game. Loses his arrival site. And Darky forfeits, yeah. What a game. That was so close again.
Yeah, very good game.
And I think the tail of that game was just small plays done better multiple times. That was a base race through and through. And that was so close. Wow. What a game.
Well then, thank you Bogey for having me here. I'm gonna head off.
No problem at all. No problem at all. I enjoyed.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me here today.
No problem. And the final result is a Warbringer and YuNo win with inferior eco, which is not something you see very often.
Hopefully I can be casting with you more sometime.
Looking forward to it.